Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the demands of your job, or felt disconnected from the joy of living? How to Enjoy Your Life and Your Job by Dale Carnegie offers timeless insights that can transform the way you work and live. In this video, we'll explore powerful lessons from Carnegie's classic book that show us how small changes in mindset and attitude can lead to lasting happiness and success. Whether you're struggling to find joy in your work or seeking a better balance in life, Carnegie's principles will help you rediscover what truly matters. Stay with us as we delve into how choosing to be happy, changing our perspective on work, managing stress, and focusing on gratitude can bring more joy and purpose to your life. Let's get started on a journey toward greater fulfillment. Dale Carnegie's first principle emphasizes the importance of making a conscious decision to be happy. He believes that happiness is not something that happens to you or something that's dependent on external circumstances. Rather, happiness is a choice that you make every day, regardless of the challenges or setbacks you face. Carnegie highlights how many people get caught up in the pursuit of success, thinking that achieving their goals will bring them happiness. However, he argues that the key to lasting fulfillment lies not in reaching a certain destination, but in finding joy in the present moment. Carnegie shares a powerful idea. You can't expect to enjoy life if you don't decide to enjoy it. Often, we wait for the perfect job, the right circumstances, or the ideal situation before we allow ourselves to be happy. But Carnegie points out that this creates a never-ending cycle of waiting for something that may never come. True happiness starts when you decide to embrace life as it is, with all its imperfections and uncertainties. This principle doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, it's about shifting your focus from what you lack to what you already have. Carnegie encourages readers to find joy in the simple things. Whether it's a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a friendly conversation, or the satisfaction of completing a small task at work. By focusing on the positives and choosing to appreciate the present moment, you unlock the ability to enjoy life and your job to their fullest potential. When you choose happiness, you become empowered to shape your attitude, your work, and your relationships. Happiness, as Carnegie teaches, is within your control. He stresses that the way we perceive our work has a profound impact on our happiness and satisfaction. Work is often seen as a necessary burden, something that we have to do to earn a living. But Carnegie challenges this mindset by proposing that our attitude toward our job can either make or break our experience. If we approach work with a sense of dread, frustration, or indifference, we create an environment that is both draining and unfulfilling. On the other hand, if we change our attitude and view our work as an opportunity to grow, contribute, and learn, we can transform our daily routine into something much more meaningful. Carnegie encourages readers to stop viewing their job as a mere means to an end. Instead, he advocates for recognizing the value in every task, no matter how small it may seem. Whether you're managing a team, dealing with customers, or performing routine administrative work, there's always an opportunity to make a positive impact. Carnegie emphasizes that even in the most mundane or challenging jobs, there are lessons to be learned and moments to be cherished. When you approach your job with this mindset, it stops feeling like a chore and begins to feel like a calling. Carnegie also highlights the importance of enthusiasm. He argues that enthusiasm is contagious, and when you approach your work with energy and passion, others around you will also be inspired. This doesn't mean you have to love every single task or be overly excited all the time. However, showing genuine interest and a positive attitude, no matter the task at hand, can have a ripple effect, improving not only your own job satisfaction, but also the work environment for others. Carnegie's message is simple but profound. To enjoy your life and your job, you need to shift your perspective. Find joy in your work, even in its most challenging moments. When you begin to appreciate the opportunities for growth and the small successes along the way, your job transforms from a source of stress into a fulfilling part of your life. He devotes a significant portion of the book to the harmful effects of worry. He argues that worry is one of the most powerful obstacles to happiness and productivity, often robbing us of the joy in the present moment and preventing us from enjoying our work and lives. Worrying about future outcomes, potential failures, or what others think can create a sense of anxiety that holds us back from fully engaging with life. Carnegie's advice is straightforward, but profound. Worrying does not empty tomorrow of its sorrows. It empties today of its strength. This core idea challenges the instinctive behavior of many people who allow worry to control their thoughts and emotions. He points out that worry doesn't solve problems. It only amplifies them. Most of the time, the things we worry about never even happen. We spend countless hours of mental energy on worst-case scenarios that are often based on irrational fears or uncertainties, and in doing so, we deprive ourselves of the ability to act in the present. Carnegie offers several practical strategies for overcoming worry. One of the most effective methods he recommends is focusing on what you can control in the present moment. Instead of spiraling into fear about an uncertain future, take action on the things that are within your power to change. If you're facing a challenge at work, break it down into manageable steps and focus on solving the immediate problems instead of obsessing over the end result. Another powerful technique Carnegie teaches is reframing worry through the lens of reality. Ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen? And then ask, can I live with that? By confronting your fears head-on and acknowledging that even the worst-case scenario is often survivable, you strip worry of its power over you. This helps to build resilience and encourages a more balanced, realistic outlook on life. Carnegie also advises practicing gratitude. When you shift your attention away from your worries and focus on the positive aspects of your life, whether it's your health, relationships, or the work you enjoy, you can reframe your mindset and reduce the emotional impact of stress. Gratitude not only helps to dissipate negative emotions, but also boosts your mental and emotional resilience, making it easier to navigate the inevitable challenges that life and work throw your way. By learning to manage and reduce worry, you can create more space for joy, productivity, and satisfaction in your life. Carnegie's message is clear. Worry only diminishes the quality of your present and robs you of the ability to live fully. By taking charge of your mindset, focusing on what you can control, and confronting fear with realistic thinking, you can begin to break free from the grip of worry and embrace a life that is more peaceful and fulfilling. One of the core principles he emphasizes is the importance of showing genuine interest in others. Carnegie believes that relationships, both personal and professional, form the foundation of a fulfilling life. The simple act of being genuinely interested in other people can transform your social interactions and create stronger, more positive connections. Carnegie points out that one of the most effective ways to build rapport and enhance relationships is to focus on others rather than on yourself. He famously writes, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." This statement highlights a profound truth. People appreciate when others show a sincere interest in them. When you take the time to ask about someone's thoughts, feelings, and experiences, you're not only making them feel valued, but you're also deepening your relationship with them. Carnegie emphasizes that true engagement and connection come from listening actively and showing empathy, rather than trying to impress others with your own achievements or opinions. In the context of the workplace, Carnegie suggests that taking a genuine interest in your colleagues can significantly improve your work life. Rather than focusing solely on your own tasks or achievements, make an effort to get to know your co-workers. Ask them about their interests. Offer encouragement and show appreciation for their contributions. This shift from a self-centered to another-centered mindset fosters an environment of mutual respect, teamwork, and support. When people feel heard and valued, they are more likely to collaborate effectively and perform their best, making the workplace not just more enjoyable, but also more productive. Moreover, Carnegie emphasizes the impact of showing appreciation. Simple acts like saying, "Thank you," acknowledging a job well done, or offering a word of encouragement can go a long way in building goodwill and trust. When people feel appreciated, they are more motivated and more likely to engage positively with you. In this way, taking an interest in others becomes a key strategy for creating a positive, uplifting atmosphere both at work and in personal relationships. By genuinely connecting with people, you create an environment where collaboration, creativity, and mutual respect thrive. In turn, this leads to a more fulfilling career and a richer, more meaningful life. As Carnegie points out, the key to building lasting relationships is not focusing on yourself, but on others, creating bonds that are based on empathy, interest, and appreciation. He places significant importance on the idea of living in the present moment. He argues that many of us spend our time either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, which leads to unnecessary stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. Carnegie teaches that to truly enjoy life and work, we must learn to focus on the here and now, embracing the present instead of letting our minds be consumed by what has already happened or what might happen. Carnegie writes, "The only way to enjoy the present is to forget the past and not worry about the future." This idea is rooted in the belief that the present moment is all we truly have. While it's natural to reflect on past experiences or plan for the future, Carnegie emphasizes that these mental distractions often rob us of the opportunity to enjoy the current moment. By constantly replaying old regrets or imagining potential obstacles, we miss out on the richness of what's happening right in front of us. One of the central points Carnegie makes is that when we're focused on the present, we are more engaged, more productive, and more connected to others. In the workplace, this can translate into higher levels of focus and creativity. If you find yourself thinking about the stress of tomorrow's tasks while trying to work today, you'll be less effective and more likely to feel overwhelmed. Instead, by immersing yourself in the task at hand, you can achieve better results and a sense of accomplishment that can only come from fully experiencing what you're doing right now. Carnegie also advises that we embrace the small joys of life that are often overlooked when we are preoccupied with past or future concerns. A simple conversation with a friend, a moment of stillness during a busy day, or the satisfaction of completing a task can bring immense happiness if we're present enough to appreciate them. By focusing on what is happening in the moment, we not only reduce stress, but also increase our overall sense of well-being. Furthermore, Carnegie emphasizes that living in the present is a form of mental discipline. It requires us to train our minds to focus and to redirect our thoughts when they drift into negative or unproductive territories. Practicing mindfulness, whether through meditation, focused breathing, or simply taking a moment to check in with ourselves, helps us stay grounded and in tune with the present. In essence, living in the present moment is a powerful way to unlock the full enjoyment of both life and work. When we embrace the now, we not only enhance our happiness and satisfaction, but also cultivate a mindset that is more productive, positive, and resilient. By focusing on the present, we are free from the weight of the past and the anxiety of the future, allowing us to live more fully in every moment. Dale Carnegie advises that the pursuit of perfection can be one of the most significant sources of stress, dissatisfaction, and unhappiness. We often have unrealistic expectations of ourselves, believing that we must do everything perfectly in order to be successful or valued. Carnegie argues that this perfectionistic mindset is not only exhausting but also counterproductive. Rather than focusing on achieving perfection, he encourages readers to aim for progress and continuous improvement, recognizing that mistakes are part of the learning process. Carnegie writes, "Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great." This idea challenges the common belief that perfection is the highest goal. In fact, striving for perfection can prevent us from taking action or making decisions. We become so focused on avoiding mistakes or flaws that we paralyze ourselves with fear. Carnegie suggests that by accepting imperfection, we open ourselves up to growth, innovation, and creativity. Imperfection doesn't equate to failure. It's simply part of being human and part of the process of self-improvement. Carnegie also highlights the importance of letting go of unrealistic expectations. Instead of putting enormous pressure on yourself to get everything right, focus on doing your best and learning from each experience. When we release the need for perfection, we are able to act with greater confidence and agility. This approach leads to a more enjoyable and less stressful life, allowing us to embrace both successes and failures as valuable learning experiences. Furthermore, Carnegie encourages a shift in perspective. Rather than fearing mistakes or flaws, we should see them as opportunities for growth. Each mistake is a chance to improve, refine our skills, and gain insight into how we can do better next time. This mindset not only reduces anxiety, but also fosters resilience and perseverance. By accepting that no one is perfect, we can free ourselves from the burden of unrealistic standards and focus on continuous progress. In the workplace, embracing imperfection allows us to be more creative and innovative. When we let go of the fear of failure, we are more likely to take risks, try new things, and step outside our comfort zones. This leads to increased problem-solving skills, a more collaborative work environment, and greater job satisfaction. Carnegie's message is clear: perfection is an illusion. True success and happiness come not from flawless execution, but from a willingness to learn, grow, and improve. By letting go of the need for perfection, we allow ourselves to be more present, more creative, and more fulfilled in our lives and jobs. He emphasizes the simple yet profound power of a smile and the practice of gratitude. These two actions, though often overlooked, are foundational to cultivating happiness and improving your work and personal life. Carnegie teaches that a smile has the ability to change your emotional state, uplift others, and even create a more positive environment at work. It's not just about being polite. It's about transforming the energy of a room and the quality of your interactions. Carnegie writes, "You don't feel like smiling. Smile anyway. You'll find that it will make you feel better." This statement reflects his belief that the act of smiling can trigger positive emotions and create an atmosphere of warmth and openness. Smiling, even when you don't feel like it, helps break through negative emotions and puts you in a more positive frame of mind. It's an action that can shift your focus away from stress or frustration, and even more importantly, it can positively affect those around you. When you smile, others are more likely to smile back, which fosters an atmosphere of goodwill, cooperation, and mutual respect. This simple act can be a catalyst for improved relationships, whether in personal interactions or in a professional setting. Beyond smiling, Carnegie stresses the importance of cultivating an attitude of gratitude. He believes that when we focus on what we're grateful for, we not only shift our mindset, but also improve our overall well-being. Gratitude helps us shift our perspective from what is lacking to what is abundant in our lives. By practicing gratitude, we begin to see the positives rather than the negatives, and we start to appreciate the small blessings that we might otherwise overlook. Carnegie suggests making gratitude a daily habit. Whether it's taking a moment each morning to reflect on what you're thankful for, keeping a gratitude journal, or simply taking a few minutes during the day to appreciate the good things around you. This practice can dramatically change your outlook on life. Gratitude helps reduce stress, boost mood, and increase happiness, making it an essential practice for improving your overall quality of life and your satisfaction at work. In the workplace, both smiling and expressing gratitude can transform your work environment. A positive attitude spreads quickly, and when you choose to smile, engage with others positively, and show appreciation for your colleagues' efforts, you create a culture of respect and collaboration. Gratitude not only helps strengthen relationships, but also promotes job satisfaction, as it makes people feel valued and recognized. Carnegie's message is simple: smiling and being grateful are powerful tools in shaping a happier and more fulfilling life. These small actions can change how you feel, how you interact with others, and how you experience your work and daily life. By incorporating these practices, you can foster a more positive attitude, reduce stress, and build stronger, more meaningful relationships, both at work and beyond. He underscores the power of a positive mental attitude, PMA, as one of the most critical factors in leading a happy and fulfilling life. Carnegie believes that the way we think directly influences the way we feel, behave, and interact with others. A positive mental attitude not only affects our emotional well-being but also has a significant impact on our success, relationships, and overall satisfaction in life. Carnegie explains, "The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way." This statement reflects the central theme that a positive mindset isn't about avoiding challenges or difficulties, but rather about seeing them as opportunities for growth. With a positive mental attitude, setbacks become learning experiences, and obstacles become stepping stones toward greater success. Carnegie advocates for shifting our focus from problems to solutions, from limitations to possibilities. When we approach situations with an open, optimistic outlook, we're more likely to find creative solutions and remain motivated in the face of adversity. One of the key aspects of cultivating a positive mental attitude, according to Carnegie, is training the mind to focus on the good rather than the bad. He emphasizes the importance of not allowing negative thoughts or self-doubt to dominate our minds. Instead, we should consciously practice thinking in ways that foster optimism and confidence. For example, rather than focusing on what's going wrong, train yourself to acknowledge what's going right. When you focus on the positives in your life, whether it's your health, your relationships, or your work, you can create a sense of gratitude and hope that propels you forward. Carnegie also highlights that a positive attitude is contagious. When you approach life and work with a constructive, can-do mentality, others will be more likely to do the same. In the workplace, this can create a more collaborative and supportive environment, where people are motivated to do their best. A positive attitude fosters a sense of camaraderie and teamwork, making the workplace not just more productive, but also more enjoyable. Another aspect Carnegie stresses is the importance of self-talk. The way you talk to yourself plays a major role in shaping your mindset. Carnegie encourages readers to replace negative self-talk with affirmations and positive statements. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," tell yourself, "I will give it my best effort." This shift in language helps reframe the challenges you face and empowers you to take action, knowing that you have the inner strength to overcome difficulties. Carnegie's philosophy is clear. A positive mental attitude is not just a feel-good concept, it's a powerful tool that can transform your life. It helps you navigate challenges with resilience, find joy in the little things, and build stronger relationships with others. By consciously choosing to cultivate a positive mindset, you can increase your happiness, improve your work performance, and lead a more fulfilling life overall. A positive attitude is the foundation for success in both personal and professional spheres. He emphasizes the importance of setting realistic goals as a critical component of enjoying life and work. Many of us are driven by a desire to achieve, often focusing on distant goals without appreciating the journey that leads us to them. Carnegie teaches that while it's important to have goals, it's equally important to focus on the process, rather than being solely fixated on the end result. Carnegie explains, "Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get." This thought-provoking statement encapsulates the idea that true happiness doesn't lie in reaching the final destination, but in appreciating the small steps we take along the way. When we focus only on the outcome, we often overlook the joy that can be found in the journey. Carnegie advocates for a shift in focus, viewing every step as progress, rather than merely waiting for the final achievement. Each accomplishment, no matter how small, is worth celebrating and recognizing. Setting realistic goals helps provide direction and purpose, but Carnegie emphasizes that these goals must be grounded in reality. Too often, we set ourselves up for disappointment by setting unattainable or overly ambitious goals. Instead, Carnegie suggests breaking down large goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. By doing so, we create a sense of achievement at each stage and maintain the motivation needed to keep moving forward. Realistic goals are those that are challenging yet attainable, allowing us to build confidence and momentum as we make steady progress. One of the key ideas Carnegie stresses is the importance of enjoying the process itself. He urges us to take pleasure in the work, the learning, and the growth that come with striving toward a goal. If we view work as a means to an end, we may miss out on the satisfaction that comes from doing our best and improving over time. By engaging fully in the present, appreciating the work itself, and focusing on personal growth, we enhance the overall experience of pursuing our goals. Furthermore, Carnegie highlights that flexibility is important in goal setting. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes circumstances change. By remaining adaptable and adjusting our goals when necessary, we ensure that we stay on course even when things don't go according to plan. Flexibility allows us to keep enjoying the journey, even when the road ahead is uncertain. In the workplace, setting realistic goals also contributes to job satisfaction. Clear, achievable objectives provide purpose and direction, helping us measure progress and feel a sense of accomplishment. When goals are aligned with our values and skills, work becomes more enjoyable and meaningful. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by unattainable expectations, we are empowered by a series of small wins that add up to something significant. Carnegie's advice is clear: to truly enjoy life and work, we must set goals that are not only realistic, but also aligned with our values and personal growth. We should focus on the journey, not just the destination. By enjoying the process of working toward our goals, we create a more fulfilling, joyful experience that goes beyond simply achieving outcomes. Setting realistic goals, staying focused on progress, and appreciating the journey are all integral to finding happiness and satisfaction in both our personal and professional lives. He stresses the vital importance of maintaining balance in life. He argues that the key to enjoying both your personal life and your job lies not in working harder or chasing success at the expense of everything else, but in creating a harmonious balance between all the facets of your life. Without balance, stress, burnout, and dissatisfaction can take hold, making even the most successful careers feel hollow and unfulfilling. Carnegie writes, "Remember, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday." This reminder serves as a call to focus on the present and avoid letting worries about the future rob you of the joy and fulfillment you can experience right now. Achieving balance means recognizing that life is made up of many different aspects: work, family, personal well-being, recreation, and each one needs attention. Carnegie emphasizes that while work is essential, it shouldn't dominate every waking moment. By dedicating time to relaxation, hobbies, relationships, and self-care, we nurture the other aspects of our well-being that are just as important for long-term happiness. In the workplace, a balance can mean setting clear boundaries to avoid overworking and burning out. Many individuals in high-pressure jobs believe that success requires long hours and constant effort. But Carnegie points out that this is a false notion. The idea of working tirelessly without rest leads to diminishing returns. Creativity and productivity suffer when we don't take the time to recharge. Taking regular breaks, having time for meals, and setting aside days off are all essential practices for maintaining a balanced life. This balance not only improves work performance, but also helps us retain passion for what we do. Balance also extends to mental and emotional well-being. Carnegie advises taking time for yourself each day, whether it's through relaxation, meditation, exercise, or pursuing personal passions. Having time to reflect and reach emotionally allows you to approach your job and daily responsibilities with greater clarity and energy. When we don't make time for ourselves, we risk becoming disconnected from what truly matters to us. Regular self-care practices help to prevent burnout and provide the emotional strength needed to tackle life's challenges. Carnegie further explains that relationships are another crucial aspect of balance. Our connections with others, whether family, friends, or colleagues, are a significant source of support and joy. Investing in relationships helps create a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond professional success. By making time for the people who matter most, we build a support system that can help us navigate both the highs and lows of life. Maintaining balance means being mindful of where we are dedicating our time and energy. It's easy to become consumed by work or personal challenges, but Carnegie's message is that true happiness comes from a life that encompasses multiple dimensions. We should aim for a well-rounded life, one that includes moments of work, but also play, relaxation, personal growth, and deep relationships. Balance is the foundation for a fulfilled and enjoyable life. One that not only succeeds in the professional realm, but also nourishes our well-being and happiness in all areas. By maintaining balance, you not only enhance your performance and satisfaction in your job, but also enrich the quality of your personal life, leading to overall fulfillment. Carnegie's advice is a reminder that we don't have to sacrifice one part of our life for another. We can, and should, nurture all aspects for a truly harmonious existence. How to enjoy your life and your job is not just about achieving success. It's about creating a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and enjoyable. Dale Carnegie's insights remind us that happiness is a choice, and by making small, intentional changes in how we approach work and life, we can bring joy to our everyday experiences. By choosing to focus on the present, letting go of perfection, and showing gratitude, we open the door to deeper satisfaction, stronger relationships, and greater success. Whether it's through embracing challenges with a positive attitude, setting realistic goals, or finding balance in our lives, Carnegie's principles provide a roadmap to true happiness. So, the next time you face a challenge or feel overwhelmed, remember that the key to enjoying life and your job lies within your control. Take the first step today and start living a life you truly enjoy.